as you can probably guess, or by the look of it, it's very much an elite, you know, and from the title, of course, Beyond the Frontier. It's very much an elite-inspired game, and it just throws you out into this universe with the most minimal instructions and expects you to survive and trade and profit and do all the great things you could do in Frontier. Yeah, except you can't buy new ships, which came in later games. And I found the second game rather frustrating because it drew you into this...
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Shipyard. Yeah, it drew you into this rather long and kind of verbose plot. Not verbose, that's the wrong word. I keep saying verbose. Rather long and boring plot, which I didn't want to get involved with. You know, you were a criminal and you had to pay back some company for letting you out and stuff, and it just wasn't... But now, at this point, from what I remember, that you're on your own. There's no more plot to be had unless you go and look for it. And I never got too far with this game because, well, I'm not really sure why. But in any case, I think I may, in fact, indulge in this for quite a while. But I won't make it a long play, but in any case, I'll just play for a little while and you can join me.
Target now locked on. Teladi Trading Station.
Trading station. That's,
Warning.
Oops.
Cargo bay closed. Teladi space stations are basically functional, but not built for comfort. They are solely built for trading purposes. They are not popular places due to the Teladi belief in profit. On each space station, everything has a price, and one that is generally higher than other races. Much of the high-tech equipment on board the station has been bought or traded from other races, and so the station inside appears to be a strange hybrid mixture of the various race technologies. Each station is controlled by a citizen who sits on the Teladi governing board.
Yeah, it looks a little like Deep Space Nine, doesn't it, on its side? So I imagine that the trade goods in there will be more highly priced because it's like a retail outlet rather than wholesale. So, let's see.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE Laser Forge. Alpha.
Laser Forge. Okay, what's that? Come on, detect it. Oh, okay.
Target now locked on. Beta IRE Laser Forge.
Let's see if
Alpha.
I can bring up a map.
No rockets.
Oops, that's not what I meant.
Tactical navigation system not installed.
Okay, just looking through my shortcut keys here. Oh, I can do that. Let's see. No, I guess the map is something you have to get later. Navigation map N. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Tactical navigation system not installed.
Right, you really start out with nothing.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Ah, it's the shipyard. Okay, let's just have a look around and see what I can find. Now, imagine what's going through this guy's head. He's supposed to hyperspace to somewhere probably nearby so he could continue the testing of this hyperdrive, but apparently the software engineers at this fucking team fucked up in a big way. From what they said before, it seemed like they hadn't even finished debugging the software before they sent this poor guy out here. He was lucky not to be teleported into a black hole or intergalactic darkness, or, you know, just turned inside out. Unfortunately, he found himself among some, you know, rather Ferengi-like people, which is better than, like, Klingons or Romulans or something like that. He could have easily found himself on a dissecting table, but all they can see is, you know, another self-interested being who may be worth something to them as a debtor. I find that strangely encouraging.
Target now locked on. Asteroid.
Oh, an asteroid.
An asteroid is one of the smallest natural objects in free space. Unlike planets, they have almost no gravitational field, making it easy to explore their minerals with modern machinery.
Interesting.
Almost all the silicon and...
Yeah. So apparently there's asteroid mining in this game too. Like I said, I never really got very far with it, but I'm quite enthralled by the atmosphere of this and the freedom. Freedom, as you may know if you've seen some of my videos, is very important to me. I still haven't got close enough to this station. I'm going to engage turbo.
Engaged.
There we go.
Target now locked on. Flower farm. Delta.
Flower farm.
Teladi flower farms are shields critical.
Oh shit. I guess the turbo does in my shields. Okay, bring that up again.
Target now locked on. Flower farm. Delta.
Oh, it's not going to describe it. Okay. So, I guess I'll head to this flower farm and buy some flowers. Yeah. It's just like Minecraft or Skyrim. Picking flowers. But as you can see, this is incredibly... Oh, eject. Yeah. Incredibly atmospheric game. There's an M-class planet. You know, I was recently watching a video by the astronomer Phil Plait. He was talking about how many exoplanets, that's planets outside our solar system, that they've discovered in the last 20 years, which is basically all of them. You know, like over 700 planets they found, and it looks like something between 1 and 10% of all stars have planets. And considering how many stars there are in the galaxy, that means possibly millions or billions of planets, and even Earth-like planets. And so, you know, we know with as much certainty as we can that there is life out there, and far more incredible and unbelievable life than anything science fiction writers have been able to imagine. And it's all really, really out there, and we're just so isolated from it. And so you can see why this is such a provocative and enticing dream, to be able to just beat these unimaginable distances and the speed of light limit, which is so cruel, and perhaps meet these people. Anyway, let's see if we can ask for docking.
This is the Teladi Flower Farm. Seaswell Delta. You are talking to the automated interaction system. Make your request.
Okay. Permission to land.
Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
At least this station isn't rotating like they do in Elite, but it has docking music, which is quite nice. You can see my thruster thing on the left there, which I'm controlling with a little shoulder button thing. Has to be below the green line in order for me to dock properly. And I believe it will be automatic docking once
successfully
there we go.
Docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keogh, the Teladi Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this flower farm.
Look at that. Incredible. It's like a dome. Now I wonder what these flowers are used for and where I can sell them. I guess I could just go to sell them at the trading post.
Connection to local trading network established. Teladi and sunrise flowers are large plants with blue leaves and stems, and large white flowers that originally grew in the vast open swamplands found on the Teladi home planet. These flowers provide the Teladi with a number of different resources. The stems and leaves are used as vegetable matter and provide the Teladi with their basic foodstuff. The flower heads of these plants are gathered and pressed to produce a crude oil, which is used for cooking and for heating purposes. Sunrise flowers are grown on flower farms nowadays because of the superior light and gravity conditions in space.
Interesting. So I guess let's buy 5 of them.
Sunrise flowers bought.
And let's head to that trading post. Oh, I love that. This big cargo ship. Look at it. Yeah. So how do I get out of here? Escape. Yeah. There we go. I'd like to leave, please. Thank you. So as you can imagine, this is a very slow-paced and some may say even tedious game, but I wouldn't say that.
Target now locked on. Teladi Shipyard Alpha.
Yeah, let's go to this
Target now locked
Deep Space
on.
Nine.
Teladi Trading Station.
And
Turbo engaged.
turbo. Ah. See, my shield bar on the right is going down. Oh, it goes down even when I haven't got it. Yeah, I let go of the button, but it's still had the turbo engaged. I guess that's because of like micrometeorites and space dust hitting the shields. I guess that's quite a good mechanic. It makes it not worth always flying at that speed. Also, the fact that it makes your view all horrible to look at and stuff. But despite this game's age, I think it's really still quite beautiful. As I said, I'm really looking forward to getting into X3. I hope it doesn't end up being the disappointment that X2 was, but I suspect they learned from their mistakes in that. I believe you can like buy factories eventually and have a whole trading network and stuff. And some people think that's dull, but I think it's cool. So I don't know if this really manages to capture the essence of Elite. It doesn't have the whole Newtonian physics thing. The physics is really quite simplistic and sort of space fightery, not realistic at all. But I think it definitely captures some atmosphere. And I keep repeating myself, but there's only so much you can say about a game this slow-paced. But I just thought I'd just share with you a bit of a chilled out session starting to play X Beyond the Frontier. And yeah, I guess I'll catch up. I'll cut to when I get to this space station. There is a time speeding up thingy, but you have to buy it. So that'd probably be one of the first things I buy. Oh, but something cool. You get this external camera view thing, and let's see, how does this work? Yeah, you can sort of fly this camera around. It's like this little camera bot thing, and it's pretty cool. And look, you can see there's my ship. Zoom in and out a bit. Yeah, well, let's smash the camera into the thing. And there's also the external view. Oh no, that's the yeah, that's you can set the camera to fly towards whatever thing you're looking at. So I'm sending my camera a little drone out towards this space station. Get a nice look at it before I head there. So I like that. Anyway, again, I'll catch up when I get to the station itself. It should be quite soon. Let's communicate with them while we're here.
This is the Teladi Trading Station. Sees well, you are talking to the automated interaction system. Make your request.
Request permission to land.
Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
And there they are, on the other side of the station. Oh god, this might be dangerous. Yeah, I think I should fly it around this thing rather than try to make it through those spokes there, whatever. Yeah, it feels like the it should say dock other side on that part of the ship. It's I'm sure I'm not getting too close to that. Look at the size of it compared to me. Yeah, the music is great. And, you know, it's quite low poly, as you can see, but I think this was more than 10 years ago, 1999 or something like that. So, it was, whoa, that looks a bit close. No depth perception, of course. Speaking of depth perception, I actually saw my first 3D movie recently. I don't go to the cinema much, but I went to see Avengers, which was quite good. It was in 3D, but I still get the feeling it's more of a gimmick than anything really that interesting. But in one of the 3D trailers, they just throw stuff at you, like right in your face, and I wasn't ready for it, and I was like, ugh. But, oh, looks like I'm... Speak of Elite, I'm going to have to correct for this rotation, which unfortunately I can't do on my joystick. I'm going to have to use the keys. There we go. Not too difficult. Might be able to set up some kind of key bindings at some point, but for now that works.
Docked.
On behalf of German Keo, the Teladi company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this trading station.
I love that. It really gives you the impression of some bustling trading post. Little floating droid thing.
Connection to local trading network established. Teladian mud is a very fine silty type of sediment found at the bottom of rivers and swamps on the Teladi planet. This mud, when dried out, becomes
apparently they
a hard
don't
mineral
buy
called Teladianium. This mineral.
Wait, what's salvage insurance? That's so I can save my game, isn't it?
Salvage insurance allows a recoverable program to be put into operation that will enable the pilot to retrieve vital data and credits they have amassed so far. It is available at most space stations situated throughout the universe. This insurance policy is well worth taking out at the start of each trading mission or journey, as it protects a ship and its pilot from the loss of all its endeavors, enterprise, and knowledge they have gained.
Basically, you buy a save game, which is an interesting in-game way of establishing this. So let's buy one salvage insurance. Yeah, and there's the save game list. Trying not to break the fourth wall too much, but in any event. Oh, what's that? Security license. Yeah.
After buying this license, pilots are accepted as police force by all space stations and factories in the Teladi territory.
That's great. You can just buy a policeman's badge. That's great. I feel a little less safe after hearing that. Privatized police force. Not really too much of a great idea, I don't think. Anyway, let's see if I can find somewhere to sell these fucking flowers.
Target now locked on. Solar power plant. Beta.
Power plant? That's not going to really be buying stuff, is it? I guess I got to the shipyard. So I'm at the shipyard, preparing to dock, and I get the feeling this is the kind of game I might want to play sort of while I have a podcast on, perhaps an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson or something. You know, because there is a lot of waiting about between space stations, but I'm sure that will be reduced once I invest in some time-boosting
successfully docked
equipment, technology.
The Teladi company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this Teladi
Nice.
shipyard.
Careful. Whoa! You crappy pilot! Crazy drunk driver! Alright, let's hope I can sell my flowers here. I'm selling flowers! Does anyone want to buy some flowers?
Connection to local trading network established. Teladi flower farms.
No, I think I'm in the wrong place.
Domes that contain a typical example of the warm, humid atmosphere conditions of the Teladi planet.
Yeah, they're selling farms. I don't think they want my flowers. Anyway, I guess it's a lot of exploration and trial and error in this game, which sort of is appropriate given the fact that I'm completely, you know, my character is completely lost in this universe. Good thing there's no fuel, you know, exhaustible fuel that I can, as far as I can tell. Because otherwise I'd probably just, you know, run out of fuel very quickly. Is that a flower farm? I think it might be. What's that? Oh, no.
Target now locked on.
Oh.
Teladi Vulture.
Let's see if we can talk to this guy.
May the prophet be with you. How can we help you?
Need to find my way to Argon.
It makes no sense. It would be against the rules of prophet.
Alright. Fine, be that way. But let's, oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Target now locked. Vulture is the trading vessel commonly used by the Teladi in all space sectors and can always be found wherever the largest profit is to be made, no matter in whose sector it happens to be. It is also believed that a number of these transporters have been supplied to the pirates that operate throughout Talati sectors in exchange for unknown preferential trading services. It is also believed that a number of these transporters have been supplied to the pirates that operate throughout Talati sectors in exchange for unknown preferential trading services.
Right. It's quite an in-depth universe with lots of intrigue going on.
Target now locked on. Solar power plant beta.
Now, everyone needs to eat, but these flowers are sort of, you know, they need to be processed first. So, where the hell can I find somewhere to sell them?
Target now locked on. Sun oil refinery beta.
Sun oil refinery. Now, I guess that's maybe the thing that extracts that oil from those plants. So let's check that out. I think I remember why I didn't play this too much back in the day, because it is really rather slow, and it's unnecessarily so. I can see why it's important to buy one of those space engine time accelerator thing, what's it? Because you see, the problem is that space is big, really big. I mean, you just would believe how hugely, vastly, mind-bogglingly big it is. I mean, you might think it's a long way down the street to the chemist, but that's just peanuts to space. Listen, anyway, no,
This is the Talati Sun Oil Refinery. Seize well beta. You are talking to the automated interaction system.
Request
Make your
permission
request.
to come aboard.
Positive. Please dock as soon as you get green position lights.
Yeah. But anyway, if I don't find some kind of way of selling this stuff soon, I'm gonna, you know, have to look something up. Because when I was playing this, it was back before I even had an internet connection the first time around. So maybe a little preliminary walkthrough will help me get my feet, my space legs, you know, as they say.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of Chairman Keo, the Talati Company wishes great profit to you and welcomes you on board this
Little humanoid
Sun Oil
spaceman.
Refinery.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can sell some sunflowers. Nope.
Connection
Oh
to
yes.
local trading network established.
Now, I haven't made any profit.
Talati and sunrise flowers are large plants with blue leaves.
So I don't know whether to sell them here and just try to buy something else, but yeah, I know what I'll do. Yeah. Let's see how much. Basically, I would have lost 2 credits from that because I already bought the salvage insurance, and I don't seem to be finding a way to sell these things. So
sunrise flowers
I'll
sold.
probably. I mean, it's a good thing I've got the video, so I can look back through and see what the prices were in various places, and see if I can buy some of this stuff and sell it in places where they do want it.
Nostrop, or Talatian sun oil, is the main Talati food product. It is mixed with various spices and sold
The
in
prices are
different
visually
flavors.
fluctuating.
The Talati produce
That's interesting.
resources
Oh,
are
resources
not
is
sold.
not sold. Okay, right. Anyway, I guess I'll probably buy some more salvage insurance, even though I'm kind of
Salvage
losing out
insurance allows a
on
recoverable program
stuff,
to be put into operation.
but I want to be able to start from here again. So I think I'll leave it there for now. And yeah, this is a cool game, but it's ultimately too slow. I'm looking forward to seeing if X3 has addressed some of these problems, and perhaps perhaps it will be the best combination of 1 and 2 makes 3. So yeah. Anyway, I hope this was interesting to some extent, just, you know, getting a look at this game and listening to me ramble about it. So this was X Beyond the Frontier. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.